Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the most affordable US cities to buy a home in 2024. It is getting harder than ever to own a home, whether homebuyers or seniors looking for affordable US states to retire in or young couples and families searching for a place to set down roots. With housing prices continuing to rise, interest rates going up, and the hoops that have to be jumped through to qualify for a mortgage, for many, being able to buy property versus renting can appear incredibly out of reach. Because of this, equity is not built, and hard-earned dollars are paid to someone who does own property and can write it off every tax season. However, suppose people are not sold on an area and really just want to buy a home to start building equity to perhaps be able to afford something more expensive in the future. In that case, there are housing markets in affordable US cities with the most home price appreciation potential, as well as those where buying a home is actually possible for people with lower budgets. To prove this point, Forbes has compiled a list of the most affordable US cities to buy a home in 2024. The criteria included cities where the population was over 100,000, median income of residents, median home costs, and calculated median property taxes using a 3% fixed interest rate. The list revealed housing markets where long-term potential growth is possible, per the publication. This means that investing in these markets at a lower rate now should equate to substantial equity in the future. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the most affordable US cities to buy a home in 2024. Now let's dig deeper into each of the most affordable US cities to buy a home in 2024. Number 7. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Median home price, $239,000. Milwaukee has become an increasingly popular place to live as a result of the robust job market. The promise of job security has led many to put down roots in the city. This city that is full of diversity has a 12% lower than average cost of living, and activities from festivals, museums, and professional sporting events to enjoy. The median home price of $239,000 is a figure that is easier to save for than the million-plus dollar homes in other cities. As such, coming up with 20% down to qualify for a loan feels like an attainable goal. However, it should be noted that while the housing and job markets are in great shape, those who move to Milwaukee are going to have to deal with a higher crime rate than found in some cities. People may also have to reconsider taking public transportation versus owning a car due to the high levels of traffic in the city. Not having a car to pay for can lead to saving money quicker, however, so this may be seen as a positive versus a negative for anyone moving to this city. Median salary, $41,166. Median home price, $239,000. Median annual real estate taxes, $3,122. Average state income tax, 5.78%. Monthly utilities, $202. Annual food cost, $7,682. Cost of living index, 12% lower than the national average. Crime rate, 51.06. Population 569,330. Number 6. Rochester, New York. Median home price, $274,338. Rochester has a population of over 210,000 residents, making it quite a large city. Still, despite its size, those who live in the city can experience a small-town feel. As a result, many who are from the area or who are willing to relocate do so because the housing market is quite affordable. Unlike New York City, Rochester has a housing market where becoming a first-time homeowner is not out of the realm of possibilities. Even the suburbs of Rochester have been named some of the most affordable in New York. With an average median housing price of just over $274,000, it is easy to see why. There are many homes within the budgets of young people and retirees alike. In addition, Rochester was named the third best place to live in New York and the 26th best place to live among the most populated cities in the U.S. This has to do with not only an affordable housing market and a stable job market but also the history the town possesses. Add in how close the city is to Lake Ontario, free, and the activities to do there, and Rochester is an up-and-coming market that those looking to be homeowners should explore. While the crime rate is lower and the cost of living is 11.4% lower than the national average, the winters in Rochester can be brutal. As such, being comfortable with feet of snow every winter should be considered before moving to the city. Median salary, $41,646. Median home price, $274,338. Median annual real estate taxes, $2,625. Average state income tax, 6%. Monthly utilities, $197. Annual food cost, $8,966. Cost of living index, 11.4% lower than the national average. Crime rate per 1,000 residents, 43.43. Population, 210,606. Number 5. Baltimore, Maryland. Median home price, $365,875. Baltimore has the nickname Smalltimore because, despite having over 576,000 residents, many people know their neighbors, local grocers, and shop owners. Therefore, Baltimore has a small-town feel despite its very urban reality. Those living in Baltimore may pay slightly more than other cities that are trying to reinvent themselves, but the median salary in the city is higher as well. Baltimore is a good option for those who work in D.C. but would like a lower cost of living, as it's within commuting distance, at around 38.3 miles away, but doesn't come with the expensive housing and living prices that D.C. offers. In Baltimore, the cost of living is 7.4% less than the national average. There is also plenty to do in Baltimore that is unique to the city. Be it going to the National Aquarium, $49.99, Fort McHenry National Monument, $15, or a professional sports game, there truly is something for everyone. For those who love history, it is very easy to purchase a historic home for a great price in Baltimore. In some instances, this means that the home is a fixer-upper. But for those who do not mind putting in a bit of sweat equity, the home equity would be well worth it. Median salary, $50,108. Median home price, $365,875. Median annual real estate taxes, $2,799. Average state income tax, 4.41%. Monthly utilities, $241. Annual food cost, $8,434. Cost of living index, 7.4% less than the national average. Crime rate per 1,000 residents, 48.36. Population, 576,498. Number 4. Memphis, Tennessee. Median home price, $327,275. Many visit Memphis yearly because it is the birthplace of rock and roll and blues. Because of this, places like Graceland and Sun Studios are popular for tours. But for those who are planning on living in Memphis, there is more to offer. Specifically, a 14.2% lower cost of living than the national average and some of the most affordable home prices in the U.S. The housing market in the second largest city in Tennessee allows residents to become homeowners with a median home price of $327,275. However, unlike many other city housing markets, Memphis has a very high crime rate. As such, it is important to know where to buy as well as where to avoid. Some of the areas to avoid in Memphis include Berclair Highland Heights downtown, New Pathways, Parkway Village Oak Haven, Riverside, Shelby Forest Fraser, Whitehaven Coral Lake. Once a great neighborhood is identified, residents can enjoy a rich music scene in the downtown area, barbecue food that is unparalleled, strolling through the Memphis Botanical Gardens, and festivals that bring the community together throughout the year. However, beware, the weather can be a bit extreme. The winters are cold, and the summers are humid and hot. If that does not sound like a deterrent, then Memphis might just be a great option for those looking to be first-time homeowners. Median salary, $38,949. Median home price, $327,275. Median annual real estate taxes, $1,658. Average state income tax, 1%. Monthly utilities, $158. Annual food cost, $7,616. Cost of living index, 14.2% less than the national average. Crime rate per 1,000 residents, 97.64. Population, 628,107. Number 3. Toledo, Ohio. Median home price, $239,900. Toledo is the fourth largest city in Ohio. It is also very affordable for those looking to put down roots in the Buckeye State who may not be able to purchase a home in a more expensive area. With a median home price of just under $240,000, Toledo is one of the least expensive cities in the U.S. to live in. Plus, with a 22.6% lower cost of living than the national average, residents in the city can afford life's expenses more than in other parts of the U.S., including other parts of Ohio as well. More impressively, the crime rate is lower in Toledo than in other large cities. Because of this, fewer neighborhoods need to be avoided when looking to buy a home here. Toledo also boasts a number of activities to enjoy, from the Toledo Zoo, $29, to minor league sports teams, hiking trails in numerous parks, and a variety of restaurants. It also has a vibrant nightlife for those who enjoy both nightclubs and live music just about nightly. Median salary, $37,220. Median home price, $239,900. Median annual real estate taxes, $1,541. Average state income tax, 3.84%. Monthly utilities, $201. Annual food cost, $7,682. Cost of living index, 22.6% less than national average. Crime rate per 1,000 residents, 42.80. Population, 268,508. Number 2. Cleveland, Ohio. Median home price, $248,480. Cleveland, known as the Mistake on a Lake, is a very diverse city that has experienced a rebirth of sorts with the medical and IT sectors booming over the past decade. Because of this, younger professionals and families are moving to the area and revitalizing Cleveland in the process. Because Cleveland is still considered up and coming, home prices are very affordable. This, in conjunction with a higher than average median salary in the state, ensures people are not breaking the bank to live there, a fact that is seen with 17% less than the national average cost of living. Additionally, Cleveland has activities galore to enjoy. From several craft breweries to professional sports games to attend, as well as hiking Cuyahoga Valley National Park, free, and the shore of Lake Erie, free, to explore, there is no shortage of things to do in Cleveland for residents. There are some downsides to the city as well. Most specifically, the city experiences cold winters that have lake-effect snowstorms, and grocery and other stores with essential amenities close earlier than in most cities. That said, if these are not a deterrent, Cleveland may be a great option for buyers looking for the USA's cheapest cities to buy a home in. Median salary, $47,268. Median home price, $248,480. Median annual real estate taxes, $1,508. Average state income tax, 3.84%. Monthly utilities, $187. Annual food cost, $7,682. Cost of living index, 17% less than the national average. Crime rate per 1,000 residents, 59.91. Population, 367,991. Number 1. Detroit, Michigan. Median home price, $270,000. The city of Detroit is one of the most historic in the nation. It not only played a huge part in creating bombers used in World War II, but it was also the birthplace of the Model T, the latter of which gave Detroit its nickname, Motor City. Where a once amazing economy thrived, it eventually ended up collapsing as a result of the city filing Chapters 9 and 13. Crime overran the city, homes were abandoned, and businesses left Detroit. However, younger executives and young families have started a bit of a turnaround in Detroit. Houses are being renovated to their former beauty. Businesses are returning downtown and revitalizing neighborhoods. The crime rate, while still high, has been in decline. This has led more to consider moving to Detroit while the housing prices are low and the cost of living is 8.2% below the national average. Despite Detroit becoming a shell of itself at one point, there is still plenty for residents to do in the city. Be it going to professional sports games, the Motown Museum, $20, Belle Isle Park, free, Eastern Market, or Fox Theater, there is something for everyone. Given the higher crime rates, it is imperative to know areas to avoid in Detroit. Some of those neighborhoods include Fishcorn, Carbon Works, Van Steuben, Warrendale, Franklin Park. It is recommended to speak with a local real estate agent to discuss which areas are still necessary to avoid and which are up and coming to not only stay safe in Detroit but to get the best property prices as well, given that it is the U.S. city with the lowest home price in America. Median salary, $36,000. Median home price, $270,000. Median annual real estate taxes, $1,268. Average state income tax, 4.25%. Monthly utilities, $290. Annual food cost, $8,277. Cost of living index, 8.2% lower than the national average. Crime rate per 1,000 residents, 66.09. Population, 632,464. So, which are your favorite cities among the most affordable U.S. cities to buy a home in 2024? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite cities among the most affordable U.S. cities to buy a home in 2024 in the comments below. I'd love to read them and I'm sure others would too.